One Zambia, One Nation. Welcome to ZANIS News. To present the news, my name is Faith Katai. The headlines. Smart Zambia connects local authorities to government area network. FISIP beneficiaries warned against selling imports. 16 days of activism against gender-based violence launched. Health Minister leads Lusaka residents in health work. And now the news in detail. Government has embarked on a project to connect 73 local authorities and 10 districts administrative offices across the country to the government area network. Smart Zambia Assistant Director for Systems Development and Support, Frank Kalembe, says the project is meant to enhance efficiency of service delivery. Taonga Nkoma has more in this report.
Government, through the Electronic Government Division under the Smart Zambia Institute, has placed high emphasis on the development of infrastructure to support the provision of the digital government services. Particular emphasis has been placed on expanding the government-wide area network, GWAN. Smart Zambia has since announced the deployment of government-wide area network under the Digital Infrastructure Enhancement Program for Northern Province, which will see 7 local authorities benefit from the project.
Rolling out the government-wide area network to further districts that are not yet connected to the GWAN. And in this manner, we have reached a stage now where we have picked 7 sites in each province.
We will spare no efforts to ensure that all works are completed to standard and deliver a successful deployment of the government-wide area network for the citizens of Northern Province.
The provincial administration has emphasized the need to devise programs to promote digital literacy.
Digital literacy is very, very important, and we need also to devise programs that target our elderly generation so that they begin to appreciate digitalization. I think that is very important, but for us as government, the ICT is compulsory in schools from, I think, grade 4 up to tertiary education.
And Venture Communications, the firm contracted to connect the 7 local authorities to the local area network, had this to say.
As a firm, we are ready to start the project, and we've been waiting for a time like this when we can be introduced and then get on the ground and start the works. As it stands, we are ready, and all the materials needed for the project to kick off are already in place. All we needed was to come on the ground and be introduced.
Reporting for ZANIS, I'm Taonga Nkoma.
Vice President Mutalena Lumango says the church and government should not view each other as competitors, but as partners for socio-economic development of the country. Mrs. Nalumango says the state and the church should work together without perceiving each other as competitors. She said that the church should remain relevant to the community and must be instrumental in becoming a solution to the world's challenges. The Vice President was speaking during the United Presbyterian Church in Zambia's centenary celebration for David Livingstone Memorial Church in Livingstone. The Vice President also acknowledged the role that the David Livingstone Presbyterian Church played in planting 100 trees to celebrate the 100 years of its existence. And Council of Churches in Zambia, Representative Kennedy Mizinga said the next 100 years of the church holds both challenges and opportunities, adding that it is up to the congregants to build on the legacy they have inherited. Major Mizinga encouraged members of the church to leave a legacy for future generations that mirrors the resilience and strength of the 4 founders. On a sad note, President Hakainde Hichilema has paid special tribute to his late uncle, Paul Habajene, who died at the age of 102 years. Mr. Habajene, who was born in 1921 and died on November 23, 2023, is survived by 2 wives, 11 children, 124 grandchildren, 185 great-grandchildren, and 3 great-great-grandchildren. And President Hichilema has described his late uncle as a prudent and hard-working person even in his old age. The president said this during the funeral and burial service for his uncle at Natutanda village in Wengwa constituency, Monze district.
Scores of residents gathered in Monze's Sugengo constituents to pay their last respect to Paulunga Habajene Madula, aged 102 years, who was born in 1921 and died on 23rd November 2023 after an illness, a funeral which was started with a church service in Chief Hamusonde's Narutanda area. Solidarity songs were echoed from Lundwes in remembrance of a senior citizen, while others could not hold their tears and wailed as President Hakainde Hichilema officiated at the funeral service of his uncle, Mr. Habajene.
Here to mourn Mudala Madula. As I said, our uncle, father, grandfather, great-grandfather, cousin, all of us. For the many things that is done on earth, at the age 102 years, 102 years, there's a Jagatupere Mudala. Kulumba Ugandogo, Imbo, to celebrate his life. We mourn people when they die, but we also celebrate. Kulumba Umi Wagapona Mudalo, Nyaga Miji Jagapona. Miaga 102, Jamu Baibe, Jababra, Nyaga. I want to hit a wawa. We're very grateful for your gesture, giving this old man a befitting send-off.
President Hakainde Hichilema read mourners in singing a special tribute song. Southern Province Minister Credo Nanjua and Chief Hamusonde paid tribute to the Red.
Utwabona Mudala about 102 years.
We have come to register our deepest, sincere condolences to you and the family.
The representative of the widow and children paid their tribute to Mr. Habajene, who is survived with 2 wives, 11 children, 124 grandchildren, 185 great-grandchildren, and 3 great-great-grandchildren.
Bali bantu bakutwe baberenga banta uberenga bagulwalira uberenga tibalaganda mu mutoro mujibua ingawamba woti bali jisi innovative agricultural practices.
Minister of Green Economy Collins Ovu, Minister of Community Development Doreen Mwamba, Wengwa Area Member of Parliament Karsauta Mijero, senior government officials, and several traditional leaders from Southern Province attended this funeral. Gifty Banji, ZANIS, Monze, Southern Province.
We go for our first break, but still to come on our bulletin, FISIP beneficiaries warned against selling imports.
November is packed with excitement on Topstar starting November 1. Enjoy massive discounts and save up to 50 kwacha on your antenna decoder for only 249 kwacha. Don't miss a single moment of action with unbeatable entertainment on our StarTime Sports channels as you cheer on your favorite team. For all our drama lovers, tune in to Novella E+ for the latest broken marriage vow at 2040 hours and unforgettable mind game nights on Pongwa, Champs or Quacks every Sunday at 19 hours. Experience a whole new level of entertainment by unlocking the world's finest viewing menu on the newly added channels. TLC for everyday drama and deception, ID for crime and investigations, and Discovery Channel plus more for less. So hurry now. Grab your promotional decoder at 249 kwacha today. Subscribe for only 160 kwacha now. Topstar. Enjoy affordable TV.
For news and current affairs, entertainment, sports, children's programs, and a host of other events in and beyond our borders, ZANIS TV has you covered. on Channel 6 and Channel 458 on Topstar.
We continue with the news. Southern Province Minister Credo Nanjua has warned beneficiaries on the Farmer Input Support Program to refrain from selling the inputs to briefcase buyers. Mr. Nanjua says it is government's desire to ensure that beneficiaries reserve enough food for their households before selling the extra consumption of the Food Reserve Agency. Here is a report.
The government is determined to increase the production of maize in a bid to lower the mini-meal prices. Recently, President Hakainde Hichilema directed all his cabinet ministers to plant maize, a directive Southern Province Minister Credo Nanjua has extended to all provincial heads of government department in the region. And to help the province actualize productivity and production, Sidco Company has come on board and provided seed bags to senior government officials at provincial administration.
The vision of government is to, one, increase production in the agriculture sector through maize production, with a high target of reaching 10 million metric tons in the near future. How do we get that target that government is able to visualize? Is partners like Sidco. So we are grateful to the board of Sidco. We will pass our message to Honorable Kawai that we are very, very grateful. The message is very clear. Colonel, yes. When we go to the field, put upside down those things. Yes. So that you don't become a commander in the field. In short, I want to appreciate Sidco for actualizing this order of the head of state in the province. Southern Province is not a province that we can be crying about to milli-meal. It's a province that produces. To hide the inputs under FISIP is a thing of the past. We want the PGOs and the DGOC to arrest whoever is involved.
Southern Province Permanent Secretary Dr. Namani Monze wants all the security wings in the province to be involved in smallholder farming.
National service and correctional services, and maybe Zambia Army as we go forward should introduce farms in Southern Province, which should be anchors of smallholder farms. So that
Sidco Board Chairman Chance Kabaye was represented by Sidco National Marketing Manager Jasper Manego.
Our goal is to improve the food security in the country. That is our goal. By providing high-yield varieties. The contribution of agriculture towards the domestic development, the GDP, it is going to be high. And that is one of the reason why we are here. The price for Food Reserve Agent was very fantastic. For the first time, it was very fantastic. If we are to do the cost-benefit analysis, we will discover that there will be a profit a farmer is going to remain with, which will make the farmer to take children to school and also to have 3 meals per day.
Southern Province Educational Officer Grace Mwea thanked Sidco for the gesture.
And we promise that we'll do our best to ensure that in the coming season we'll have a lot of food in Southern Province.
Gifty Banji, ZANIS in Choma, Southern Province.
Provincial Permanent Secretary Miuna Mwanakampwe toured the $600 million United States Chibombo Jiangxi multi-facility economic zone to appreciate the activities taking place. We have the rest of the story in the following report.
With a projected investment worth more than $600 million and 7 companies already signing investment agreements, the Chiwombo Jiangxi multi-facility economic zone is the biggest investment project in Central Province. Provincial Permanent Secretary Miuna Mwanakampwe has toured the facility, which has so far seen $70,000 worth of investments.
That will change the narrative of Central Province to say that the number of youths that have so far been employed is 300. We know that when this project is fully operational, we will be able to employ more than 6,000.
Management says companies have so far signed investment agreements in solar energy, battery manufacturing, and forestry sectors, among others.
Totally, there are 7 companies have signed investment agreement with us, including, for example, the transformer assembly and the manufacturing, and also the vehicle battery manufacturing, and the quarry and the block making, and also the forestry product processing, and finally.
Mr. Monakampwe notes that investments in mine processing are expected to stop the exportation of minerals in raw form in order for the country to get real value for its mineral resources.
By and large, we've been seeing other firms, Zambian firms, where they mine, they are telling us they are mining zinc. Meanwhile, in zinc, there's vanadium, there's lithium, there are other minerals. But we want to separate now. We've reached a stage where we are saying we've got to separate. Each mineral must be given its own value. And I think that's how we are going to progress.
Hlupekile Nkonika for ZANIS in Chiwombo Central Province.
ZANIS News continues. Namwala District Commissioner Ephraim Shandavu says the construction of the 2 modern ablution blocks for Tempwe and Najumba schools in Namwala District has increased access to clean water supply and good sanitation. The development follows President Hichilema's directive for all relevant authorities to ensure that all public institutions have running water and flushable toilets by 2024. Details in the following report.
The World Vision Zambia has, in partnership with Education Above All, Foundations Educate a Child program, handed over 2 ablution blocks at Tampwe School in Muchila Chiefdom and at Nachumba School in Chief Nalubamba's Chiefdom in Namwala District. The joint handover ceremony was held at Tampwe School. The 2 ablution blocks have been built at a cost of 1.3 million kwacha.
We put up an ablution block as World Vision because when you look at the government policy currently, it talks about putting up ablution blocks and running water in schools so as to improve on sanitation. When there is good sanitation, it means that the children will be in school throughout the year. Even the girls, when you go to the ablution block, you find that there is a shower room for girls.
Provision of clean water and sanitation is a directive by President Hakainde Hichilema that all public institutions should have running water and flushable toilets by 2024.
Provision of the ablution blocks resonates well with the New Dawn directive of making sure that by 2024, all schools should have flushable toilets and running water.
Chief Muchila expressed happiness with this development.
So above no vision to amulumbaga pat kulijeji chimatuchitira alimwe tuyakuzumana na antomwe abamahali ikuchibambaga botu ejinto.
Namwala Council Chairperson has urged management at both schools to form maintenance committees to manage the infrastructure.
You form a committee to also my people to benefit from that water. Using that committee, you will find the method.
Learners have appreciated the gesture.
Tangwe and Nachumba Primary School people are delighted to receive the ablution block as they will go a long way in creating a conducive environment.
Walinda Piri, reporting in Namwala District of Southern Province.
Lusaka Province Minister Shaw Muliata is happy with the local authorities for engaging youths in various community projects. Ms. Muliata says she is happy that the youths trained from Chidiota Youth Resource Center in Rufunsa District have successfully built a semi-detached house at Shikabeta Combined Schools. Jonathan Mukuka has the rest of the story.
This is a semi-detached house at Shikabeta Combined School in the Rufunsa district built by youths who have benefited from the Skills Development Bursaries component under the Expanded Constituency Development Fund CDF. Lusaka Province Minister Shehu Muliata says she is happy that local youths trained from Chiota Youth Resource Center have successfully built this semi-detached house.
See what they learned. This is what we talk about. We want to empower our youths so that our youths can get some livelihood, some get, to do some good job like they have done here. Done. So the youths can actually be empowered. The youths can be productive. They can bring something back to community. and in the whole district. I want to encourage you.
Ms. Mliata was speaking when she officially commissioned the semi-detached house built under the 2022 CDF allocation at a cost of 985,000 kwacha. Youths who built this house are also grateful for the opportunity given.
I'd like you to give us more projects so that we continue working hard as youths. The more we keep on working, using the skills that we got from the youth training centers, we'll continue utilizing those skills and we shall stay away from bad vices.
Chief Shikabeta has since commended the government for its commitment to transform rural communities. We are happy that the President and his administration are committed to transform our communities, and I'm therefore asking our people to remain united. Reporting for ZANIS News in Lufunsa.
We take another break, but still ahead, 16 days of activism against gender-based violence launched.
November is packed with excitement on Topstar starting November 1. Enjoy massive discounts and save up to 50 kwacha on your antenna decoder for only 249 kwacha. Don't miss a single moment of action with unbeatable entertainment on our StarTime Sports channels as you cheer on your favorite team. For all our drama lovers, tune in to Novella E+ for the latest broken marriage vow at 2040 hours and unforgettable mind game nights on Pongwa, Champs or Quacks every Sunday at 19 hours. Experience a whole new level of entertainment by unlocking the world's finest viewing menu on the newly added channels. TLC for everyday drama and deception, ID for crime and investigations, and Discovery Channel plus more for less. So hurry now. Grab your promotional decoder at 249 kwacha today. Subscribe for only 160 kwacha now. Topstar. Enjoy affordable TV.
For news and current affairs, entertainment, sports, children's programs, and a host of other events in and beyond our borders, ZANIS TV has you covered. On Channel 6 and Channel 458 on Topstar.
We now have a roundup of activities from across the country on the launch of the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. We begin with Northern Province. Provincial Minister Leonard Mbao says the province has recorded a reduction in gender-based violence cases from 400 cases in the third quarter of 2022 to 200 cases of the same period in 2023. Mr. Mbao, however, notes that women continue to be victims of GBV and has since called for collaboration among all stakeholders in the province to help safeguard their rights. We now move to Southern Province, where Provincial Minister Credo Nanjua has expressed concern over the increasing number of gender-based violence cases in the province. Mr. Nanjua says the region has recorded 1,536 cases of gender-based violence since January this year. This year's 16 days of activism against gender-based violence is being done under the theme, Unite, Invest to Prevent Violence Against Women and Girls. Details in the following report.
Violence against women and girls still remains a national concern and has negatively affected their physical and well-being. Southern Province has this year recorded increased number of gender-based violence.
Statistics on gender-based violence in Southern Province have continued to be a source of worry as the vice remains rampant. This year alone, from January to date, a total of 1,536 GBV cases have been reported, a figure which is quite alarming. The time of negotiating cases of gender-based violence is over. We need to bring these cases to the law so that we can bring sanity in our country, in our communities, and in our province.
The fact that our people now know that gender-based violence is not normal, and therefore it's something that they can report to the relevant authorities like Victim Support Unit, shows us confidence that the awareness program like this one are having an impact on our community.
Southern Province Minister Credo Nanjua is also concerned with the increased cases of early marriages in the province.
Girls who are minors are being pushed into marriage by their own parents who have taken them as a source of wealth. Now, as government, we have removed the school fees. Every parent must take their children to school. Then it becomes offensive that a parent decides to take a child into marriage at a time when the child is not ready. I think DJOC, we need to work with everyone as stakeholders and arrest these parents who still want to practice such.
The Choma Young Women Christian Association has pledged support in the fight against GBV.
The NGOs that are assembled here, Mr. Guest of Honor, will take this journey with you, and we shall make sure that we fight together.
Costa Kimdenda, ZANIS, in Joma District, Southern Province.
Western Province Permanent Secretary Simomo Akapelwa has launched the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. The Permanent Secretary has also called on communities to work together and ensure that violence against women and men is prevented. Prudence Mlenga has more in this report.
All efforts are united globally, symbolized by the color orange, signifying a brighter and violence-free future. Western Province has joined the world in launching 16 days gender-based violence GBV activism that ends on December 10. For Provincial Gender Officer Bruce Hamsolwe, this is a time to advocate for financing and investment in preventing violence against women and girls.
Our objective for this year's campaign are crystal clear: to galvanize action, to advocate for increased financing and investment in preventing violence against women and girls.
Over 10,000 cases of GBV were recorded in the first quarter of 2023, of which 6,271 were cases perpetrated against women, according to Mongo District Commissioner Morgana Kabeswa.
Further, the Zambia Police Service in the first quarter of 2023 reported 10,797 cases of gender-based violence, of which 1,924 were girls, 750 were boys. And listen to this: 6,271 of these 10,000 plus were women. If you couple it with that figure for the girls, it goes to 8,000 plus of the 10,797.
Western Province Permanent Secretary Simomo Akapelwa has called for concerted efforts in order to reach out to communities and ensure that violence against women is prevented.
All of you invited to be part of this commemoration in your different portfolios and capacities have a cardinal role to reach out to our communities and ensure that violence against women is prevented and women are given equal opportunities to participate in national development.
This year's GBV activism theme is Unite, Invest to prevent violence against women. And as part of the commemoration of the 16 days of activism for 2023, the Gender Division will be hosting a national symposium on GBV to review the 12 years of implementing the Ungender Act No. 1 of 2011 of the laws of Zambia. Prudence Mlenga, ZANIS.
Lusaka Province Deputy Permanent Secretary Alex Mapushi has called for vigorous action against the escalating gender-based violence cases in the country. He said this when he launched the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. Details in the following report.
Lusaka Province Deputy Permanent Secretary Alex Mapushi has launched the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence in Kafiwe District. Mr. Mapushi expressed concern about the increasing GBV cases in the country, especially in Lusaka Province.
This year's theme further recognizes that alarming rise in gender-based violence cases in Lusaka province, and such high statistics demand our attention and action. The numbers are not mere figures. They represent the lives, dreams, and dignity of countless women and girls that we have in Lusaka province. It is a reminder that we cannot afford to be passive observers, as violence negatively affects women's physical, mental well-being at all stages of their life.
Young Women Christian Association President Mwaka Mulenga has called on women and girls to break the silence and report all forms of GBV.
Is in fact a while gender-based violence affects all. Women, girls remain the most impacted from the onset. Allow me to first congratulate the government for commencing the review of the Anti-Gender-Based Violence Act number 1 of 2011, which is being spearheaded by the Zambia Law Development Commission. The review of the act was necessitated by the difficulties faced in its application.
And Zambia Agency for Persons with Disability representative said some people are physically challenged because of the violence they have experienced in their lives.
Meanwhile, the link between GBV and disability cannot be overemphasized, as we all know that a lot of people have become impaired due to the effects of GBV, such as physical and psychological violence.
Meanwhile, Kasenja Ward Councillor David Sampa urged the community to be alert and report GBV cases in communities.
That we need to commemorate and take a serious step in making sure that we unite and invest to prevent violence, especially against women and girls, because they need each one of us in order that they be defended.
Irene Nganga, ZANIS, Kafiwe.
We take our final break, and when we return, Health Minister leads Lusaka residents in health walk.
November is packed with excitement on Topstar starting November 1. Enjoy massive discounts and save up to 50 kwacha on your antenna decoder for only 249 kwacha. Don't miss a single moment of action with unbeatable entertainment on our StarTime Sports channels as you cheer on your favorite team. For all our drama lovers, tune in to Novella E+ for the latest broken marriage vow at 2040 hours and unforgettable mind game nights on Bongwa, Champs or Quacks every Sunday at 19 hours. Experience a whole new level of entertainment by unlocking the world's finest viewing menu on the newly added channels: TLC for everyday drama and deception, ID for crime and investigations, and Discovery Channel, plus more for less. So hurry now. Grab your promotional decoder at 249 kwacha today. Subscribe for only 160 kwacha now. Topstar. Enjoy affordable TV.
For news and current affairs, entertainment, sports, children's programs, and a host of other events in and beyond our borders, ZANIS TV has you covered. On Channel 6 and Channel 458 on Topstar.
Welcome back. Minister of Health Sylvia Masebo has urged Zambians to take physical exercise seriously as a way of preventing non-communicable diseases. Ms. Masebo observed that many Zambians are suffering from non-communicable diseases such as hypertension that can lead to heart attack and stroke, among other complications, due to lack of exercise. She was speaking after leading a health walk ahead of the third conference on public health in Africa, expected to start tomorrow, November 27th to 30th, 2023, and being hosted by Zambia. Wupe Sendwe took part of the health walk and now reports.
As the day for hosting the third conference on public health in Africa draws closer, activities leading to the event have been heightened. Today, an energetic 70-year-old Minister of Health Sylvia Masebo led a health walk that attracted delegates of the conference, government officials, and the public at large. Speaking after the walk, Ms. Masebo urged people to engage in physical exercise on a daily basis to achieve good health.
To all the citizens of Zambia, that every time there is an event, before that event we must walk to health. It will become a component of our daily activities in Zambia because walking does improve your health. Not just your physical health, but your mental health.
Ms. Masebo stated that non-communicable diseases in people are on the rise, partly due to lack of exercise.
It is a preventive action that helps us to prevent various diseases, especially the popular BP, non-communicable diseases. Many Zambians today are suffering from BP and other non-communicable diseases because of inactivity. And many of us are very busy.
And Africa Center for Disease Control and Prevention Director General underscores the importance of the event as an opportunity for the continent to celebrate its leadership achievements.
This event is an African event. It's the opportunity for us to celebrate our heroes. You will see tomorrow, we'll celebrate some of them. Africa will not be again the same. Africa will be respected. Africa will lead the world because we have talent who are leading not only Africa CDC, not only WHO, not only UNICEF, not only ministries, but in all sectors we have African leading.
The conference is being held under the theme, Breaking Barriers, Repositioning Africa in Global Health Architecture. Vupe Sendo for ZANIS News in Lusaka.
Still on Health Summit, Ministry of Tourism Permanent Secretary Evans Muhanga has urged Zambians to be hospitable as the country hosts the 3rd International Conference on Public Health. Mr. Muhanga says the conference gives Zambians an opportunity to showcase and market the country's tourism potential. Meanwhile, preparations for the event have reached an advanced stage. Our reporter, Lakson Makosa, visited the Kenneth Kaunda International Conference Center and gives us the following report.
Preparations for the 3rd International Conference on Public Health in Africa have reached an advanced stage. An on-the-spot check by ZANIS found conference rooms and other auxiliary rooms well arranged ahead of tomorrow's much-anticipated start of the conference. Meanwhile, Minister of Tourism Permanent Secretary Evans Muhanga implored Zambians to be hospitable as the country hosts international delegates.
Hospitality, that we are hospitable people. They need to see the warmth of our people. They need to actually experience that. Then they can go out there and say, truly, truly, Zambia is a peaceful nation. Zambia is a hospitable place. You know, we are able to move freely at whatever time. Nobody harmed us. Nobody attacked us. And everything else in Zambia is beautiful.
And Minister of Health Sylvia Masebo has urged Zambians to rally behind the government and ensure that the country hosts a successful conference on public health.
We look forward to welcoming Africa and the rest of the globe to Lusaka. I ask that we show them the best of our hospitality. We will encourage our guests to sample the beauty of our country and test our traditional cuisines. I think this is an opportunity really for us Zambians to rise to the occasion, to unite as a country, to express our true Umuntu.
The 3rd International Conference on Public Health in Africa, which opens tomorrow, 27th November, will be held under the theme Breaking Barriers, Reposition Africa in the Global Health Architecture. For ZANIS, I'm Lakson Makosa.
Japan Tobacco International has continued supporting efforts made by the government to enhance rural health care in the country. The organization has since handed over a newly constructed Kabompo health post in Kehema district. More in the following report.
Japan Tobacco International has constructed and handed over a health post to Kampombo community in Ngema District, Western Province. Receiving the facility on behalf of the government, Provincial Minister Kapelo Mbangweta says the health post is going to have a profound impact on maternal health and the overall well-being of the community, as the people will no longer have to walk for over 30 kilometers to access essential health services.
By putting up this facility here, you never imagine what it means to the community and even to us politicians who have been voted in by the community. You have supported government programs, especially the vision of the President, Director of Health. Our request is that please make sure that in the new recruitment, we have staff coming here so that we can start treating people here.
Japan Tobacco International representative underscores their ongoing commitment to collaborative efforts in critical sectors including health, education, and water reticulation.
JTI is pleased to partner with the government in improving the well-being of families in Kampombo and its surrounding communities. We are confident that this health center will play an important role in enhancing the range of health services in and around this community.
The district commissioner says the Kampombo Health Post is a symbol of progress between the government and various stakeholders.
We really thank the New Dawn government, which has managed to make some cooperative partners to bring them together, to unite, to work together, and now today JTI is here to give us such a new infrastructure.
Ministry of Health is elated with this contribution to their sector.
The new agenda for the New Dawn, all of us, we know it, to bring the services as close as possible to the community so that we reduce maternal death, for example, because I know that most of the children, or if not the majority of the children who are here, they were born in the houses. This facility, it will be doing bigger things. We'll be able to provide the curative, the preventive, and health promotion. So all that package can happen here. Women, they can deliver here. When you have BP, they can treat it here. Your child will get vaccination here.
Philip Jerry, reporting for ZANIS, Ngema District, Western Province.
We wrap up our news segment with highlights from the India National Day. Minister of Justice Mulambo Haimbe says Zambia can draw valuable lessons from the Indian Constitution. Mr. Haimbe has since commended India for making regular amendments to the national document, with the most recent one being September 23, 2023. Speaking in Lusaka to commemorate India's Constitution Day, the minister said the document is dynamic and responsive to modern times. And Indian High Commissioner to Zambia says his country's constitution represents India's hopes and aspirations that the country aims to achieve. The High Commissioner says it is therefore necessary that the young generation takes active interest in the debates and discussions on constitutional subjects. November 26, 1949 marks the day when India subscribed to the constitutional document.
The experience that we have, the learning that we have taken from you, is that these processes need to be taken with the most caution so that you come up with a document that will stand the test of time. So we take that as a lesson. The celebration of the Constitution Day in India extends beyond mere remembrance. It serves as a platform to educate and imbue pride and patriotism amongst its citizens, and like I've just mentioned, amongst the citizens of the world, Zambia being an example.
Constitution Day is one of the most frequently amended constitutions in the world. There are many constitutions in the world which are quite inflexible, and which has seen very less number of amendments. On the other hand, Indian Constitution has seen 106 amendments by September 2023. So there are provisions where it looks difficult to amend. However, in spirit and in reality, it has been amended 106 times. That shows that many provisions should not come and stand in a way of the growth and development of the nation and its people.
As we end the news, we take a recap of stories that made headlines. Smart Zambia connects local authorities to government area network. FISIP beneficiaries warned against selling imports. 16 days of activism against gender-based violence launched. Health Minister leads Lusaka residents in health walk. On that note, we come to the end of ZANIS News. Remember, we are one Zambia, one nation. Have a pleasant viewing.